One of the questions that I get asked all of the time is how frequently should I update my Amazon listing? And what better way to discuss this topic than through the lens of Barbie mania? It is really, Barbie could be a masterclass all in itself. It's a total marketing brilliant example of the intersectionality between trends and art and commerce. And I want to look at how that impacts not only things like search volume, but how to actually position your products. So, my name is Emma Shermer-Tamir. I am the CEO and co founder of Marketing by Emma. And let's go ahead and dive into things. So, unless you're living under a rock, you are probably aware of the Barbie craze. My Instagram feed is full of pink. I live in Las Vegas, and everything from restaurants are hosting Barbie brunches to hotels are having Barbie drinks specials. People are hosting Barbie themed parties at clubs. Barbie has gripped the culture in a way that few things are capable. But Mattel isn't the only one that is reaping the rewards of this. So I was a little bit curious after a big box office weekend and breaking some records. I went on to Helium 10 to take a look at whether this Barbie craze is impacting keywords. And not at all surprising probably to anybody, it most certainly is. So I searched two terms. I searched an exact match of Barbie, and then I also searched pink outfits for women. So I wanted to look at something that's very specifically targeting Barbie, but also something that has an opportunity to capitalize on this particular trend if done well and effectively. So when you search Barbie, you can see that there are all of these different terms. A few of them are actually Barbie dolls. For example, we have Barbie Crocs, black Barbie t-shirt, Barbie t-shirts, Barbie woman, Barbie adult shirt, Barbie lipstick. So all of these different Barbie specific or related products that people are looking for. And all of these different keywords, their search volume trend is just going up like wildfire. We see an increase in 3,546% of searches for one of these terms, as one of them has even 14,360% increase. So really crazy numbers that are just kind of across a wide variety of different Barbie related products. Similarly, if we look at pink outfits for Barbie, so this is not directly related to Barbie, but certainly is very much a way that people are really embodying this trend. And so we see that, for example, pink outfit women has a 2,088% increase in search volume. All pink outfit for women also has over 2,000% increase. Hot pink outfits, sporty pink rompers, hot pink halter dress, all of these different ways that people are searching for Barbie-esque outfits, whether it's to go to the Barbie movie with their friends, to attend a Barbie bash, or maybe just because they suddenly find that they're attracted to the color pink because we've been exposed to it so much for the last few months. So what's really interesting about this is a few things. One, if you have not yet launched a product and you are doing product research, you want to be really careful for falling into traps like this. So it can be quite simple, whether based on time of year or certain trends, to see these really impressive numbers and to think, wow, that is something that I need to capitalize on. Now, sometimes that's the case, and sometimes it might be a temporary boost. What the long-term impacts on pink outfits is going to be something that I don't feel qualified to really comment on. I'm sure it will have sort of a residual boost on things, but I can also imagine that maybe a lot of people are sick of pink and are ready to move on to the next trend. So this could be sort of an artificially, temporarily inflated impact on search volume that's not really going to be a long-lasting thing. could go one way or the other. So when you are launching products, make sure that there is going to continue to be that demand, or understand that you might be trying to jump on a trend. You could make a quick buck, but it may not have the lasting impact or the ability to really withstand as a long-term successful product. Now, what can you do if you are a business owner that has a product that is related to or adjacent to a trend that's happening? Like, let's say that you sell heart-shaped sunglasses or pink accessories or something along those lines. Is it possible for you to be able to kind of ride this bandwagon and put some extra money in your pockets? 100% absolutely. Now, you want to make sure that you are not infringing on any copyrights. So if you don't actually have the ability to say Barbie, then be very careful with how you're using any kind of trademarked or copywritten phrases in your marketing. So be aware of that. But there are still all these other things that people are searching, as we're seeing, two-piece pink scent, women's athletic set, pink shapewear. So obviously pink is one of those things that is a way of sort of being Barbie adjacent without saying Barbie. And of course, pink is not branded by anyone. So you would want to think about how can we look for these keywords that could be good opportunities to drive more traffic to our page, but then also make sure that you're positioning yourself in a way. So let's go back to the idea of maybe selling heart-shaped sunglasses. If all of your heart-shaped sunglasses are maybe just little kids wearing heart-shaped sunglasses at birthday parties, that may not be to your benefit, because there are a lot of adults who are also looking for Barbie-themed items. This isn't just for children. And so how can you maybe create some new imagery or text that is also expanding out who would be a good customer for this, showing a group of women in their coordinating pink outfits with the heart-shaped sunglasses on, clearly suggesting that they are maybe going to a Barbie party or something like that. So all sorts of ways that you can do that. Now, we're already sort of cresting the Barbie wave. This is something that's been building for a long time. So what you really want to make sure that you're doing is treating optimization as something that is happening constantly in your business, which means that you really need to have a finger on the pulse of what's happening now and what's coming down the pipeline. So Barbie really began a pretty aggressive marketing campaign months ago. So ideally, if you really wanted to position yourself in a strong place and ride this wave and take full advantage of this trend, you should have really been starting before we built to this crescendo of already now having the premiere of the movie. Lots of people have seen it. There's not quite as much of a Barbie craze anymore as there was even just a few days ago. So thinking about how you can sort of spot what's happening. So something like Google Trends is a great place to go, but also just spending some time in whatever community that you are selling to. So following key people on Instagram, keeping a finger on the pulse of different releases and things that could be very popular in the cultural zeitgeist are all valuable ways of making sure that you're really on top of things. And then understanding that once that trend has started to die down, that you don't want to continue to really be leaning into that to the point where it might make you seem like you're a little bit outdated or not on trend. For lack of a better way of saying that, you want to make sure that you're always current, that you're always on top of things. And so very quickly when a trend dies, people are very unattracted to that anymore. So realizing that you want to make sure that as soon as that trend is over, that you are repositioning yourself once more. And it's really not all that different from if you are selling something that has a seasonal component. So let's say that you're selling something that could be used as a decoration for Halloween. Well, once Halloween is over, we don't want to be talking too much about Halloween because people aren't searching for Halloween things anymore. So then you might want to be speaking to gothic or spooky or something like that. So just a few thoughts that I had about how the Barbie craze has some lessons that can be applied to selling on Amazon or really on any e-commerce platform, and how you can utilize this as an example of preparing for trends and then capitalizing on trends, and then, of course, preparing for the next one. So if you found this helpful, please let me know. If there's other types of content you'd like to see, please comment, subscribe, and if there's ever anything that we can help with, please reach out. Thank you so much. Bye.